So my name is Brian Ford, and I am one of 3 partners that is running and operating the Yacht Rigger. My initial impressions of the saw blade was that it looked a little different. It had more teeth, which I usually think is a good thing because in my past experiences I've been finding for cutting aluminum, I want to get the most teeth I can possibly get on the market, and it appeared that the Morse blade had more teeth than what I'm used to seeing. I kind of figured right off the bat, just looking at it, that was going to be a good thing. The other thing I noticed was, and I don't know what you call them, but the dampening or the cuts in them to take out the ring or the obnoxiousness of, or the loudness of the saw. I saw that there were more of those. So that's the initial, then we bolted it up, put it on the saw, and actually cut something, and that's where it shines. It was absolutely night and day different than the blade I had just taken off. It was faster, cleaner, quieter, and a better finish with no burr. Pretty much every metric that you can judge a saw blade on, it was an improvement. So the first one I got was a stainless blade, and that was where I was thoroughly impressed. The noise reduction alone was worth the purchase price, but the finish on the metal when it was done was like a wonderful bonus. It was even better than I had ever expected. So there was 0 burr. It was just a clean cut. Like, I didn't have to do anything to it to make it cleaned up after that. I have never seen another saw blade do that on stainless. The speed of the cut is, I would guess it at, because I didn't measure it, but I would guess it at about 20% faster, 30% faster, somewhere in that range. So definitely a faster cut. And not hot at all. Shavings are gold and silver, which means that they never got overheated. And in fact, I have some blue shavings to show you next to it. These are from the old saw. And you can see the blues and the grays from it being overheated versus the silvers and the golds for the good cut. And they're more of a curly Q shave off instead of dust. That's also the good sign. Nothing short of amazing as far as I'm concerned. So, I enjoy working with Morse because of the feedback. I've gotten incredible amounts of access to the actual engineers designing and making the parts, as opposed to just the salesperson handing me the part. And I, for one, am into the technical side of things, and so I enjoy that portion of it much more because we're extremely accessible. And so I would say that's the shining thing that makes everything different, is that you're extremely accessible, and I can actually ask questions to the people who are designing it as opposed to the person selling it. A small company feel for a big company.